ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the CD Racoola Show. Today is a special episode of the CD Racoola Show because I get to talk about my personal favorite subject in all the dark underbelly that is the world of horror. Vampires. Who better to talk about vampires than a vampire? I will be running through my top 10 favorite vampires and actors whom have portrayed them of all time. Now, this is just my opinion here. So, watch the whole episode to see who my number one favorite vampire of all time is. It shouldn't be that surprising, really. Before we sink our fangs into the neck of this list, if you guys could subscribe to the show, because you know we're going to be having all kinds of naughty fun, and you wouldn't want to miss it. So, without further ado, let's kick this list off right. So with number 10, you have Maximilian from the 1995 film Vampire in Brooklyn, portrayed by the one and only Eddie Murphy. Good mix of horror and comedy in that film. Coming in hot at number 9, we have Jerry Dandridge from the 1985 film Fright Night, portrayed by Chris Sarandon. A really scary look in this film that will forever live in some of your nightmares. Up next on stage at number 8, we have Salma Hayek as the vampire queen stripper, Satanico Pandemonium, in the 1996 film From Dusk Till Dawn. I think we all remember that iconic scene of her dancing with the snake around her neck. Oh yes, we do! At number 7, we have the vampire Lestat in the 1994 film Interview with the Vampire with Tommy Cruise. He was just so cool in that film, and I loved his cocky little attitude. That guy just loved being a vampire, you know. Moving on to number 6 on the list here, we had Kiefer Sutherland as the bad boy Santa Clara biker with a bleached out mullet, David, in the 1987 film The Lost Boys. That whole film was just fire, period. Love it. Love The Lost Boys. Big number 5 choice, and one of my favorite vampires, we had Blackula, portrayed by William Marshall. You guys have got to watch Blackula if you haven't seen it already. It's so good. It's a good one. Number 4, you had the 1992 Bram Stoker's Dracula, and you had Gary Oldman's portrayal of the Count. This is my favorite vampire film of all time. I did a review of this one, as I did lots of them, but I just have so much love for this film. Lots and lots of love. Number 3, you have what most people think of when they think of Dracula. You have Bela Lugosi in the 1931 film Dracula. If you're a fan of monster films, you have to get on this one. This one is a must. Number 2, you had Christopher Lee portraying Dracula. I just love Christopher Lee. I'm a fanboy of Christopher Lee. Go ahead and look at Christopher Lee's resume, because holy mackerel, it's amazing. He played Dracula in 9 different films. Oh, he's a total legend. Speaking of total legend, we finally arrived at my number 1 favorite vampire of all time, and I hope it's yours too. The one, the only, CD Racoola! I mean, duh, you know I'm my own favorite vampire. I had to do it. I know it's so uncouth, but how couldn't I? How could I resist? There are lots of vampires out there that I'm sure deserve to be on this list. So be sure to comment if I missed one you think should be on the list here. I would like to thank you for joining me here on the CD Racoola show. And if you could hit the subscribe button, I would be so grateful. Please let me know if you guys think there is anything else I should review. Your wish is my command, baby. Please join me next episode of the show when I take a look at the film Midsummer. Oh, that will be a spooky little episode, won't it? So till next time, just remember this out there in YouTube land. There is no such thing as a free lunch. Well, unless you're a vampire, then the world is your free lunch buffet. Bye-bye, my dears. Bye-bye.